If you enjoy our videos, subscribe, like, and comment to support us. Thanks for tuning in.
Soon those marvelous motors will be in our country.
Sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen. I don't think my government wants those motors to leave the United States. I turn you back. Head back to the mainland. You heard me, back to land.
Hard at port.
Drop her down to 10,000 feet.
Look, they're coming back! They won't get away this time!
Steve! Hold her. How did he get in here? Something's happened to the motor. The ship's on fire. Fire? No.
Ah! Let go! Let go! This parachute won't hold us both!
Going to have to, Durston. Let loose!
Good thing we happened along. Would take them long to drown out here.
Yeah, we'll just about be under them by the time we hit the water.
Are you all right?
Okay, thanks.
You better get dry.
I only have plenty of time to dry off. For several years. Take us in the shore, will you, buddy?
just the man I want to see. Dick, I want you to meet Mr. Vance of the Consolidated Steamship Lines. Mr. Tracy, Mr. Vance.
How do you do? How do you do, sir?
And Captain Bullock of the steamship Atlantis.
Hello, Tracy. Captain. What's the trouble, Clive?
$1 million in gold has disappeared from the Atlantis.
How? That's what we'd like to know. The gold was in a special compartment that was locked and sealed from the time the Atlantis left the other side until she docked here. When we went to open the compartment, the seal was just as we left it, but the gold was gone. You've searched the ship? From stem to stern. And all luggage before it was allowed ashore. Is the Atlantis still in port? Yes. We had a slight accident at sea. A fishing smack rammed us. As a matter of routine, we're having the plates examined in case any need repairing. Well, I'd like to go aboard and look the vessel over. Certainly. I'll notify the yard superintendent to be at your service. Thanks. Captain, did anything unusual occur during the trip? Yes. A seaman was lost overboard. At first, we thought it was an accident. But later, we found this in his locker. Remember, others will be watching to make sure that you obey instructions. This is no piker's job, Clive. In fact, it's big enough and clever enough to make me think.
The spider ring? What are you going to do?
Make sure of the handwriting on this note first. Then, well, good day, gentlemen. What'd you find out about the note?
Well, the handwriting does check with other notes.
Then it is from the spider ring. This handwriting, Gwen. Gordon could have written that note.
Oh, impossible. Gordon couldn't be the spider. Why, the spider ring was operating before Gordon disappeared.
That's right. For the moment,
Hello, folks. I just heard about the missing gold shipment, Dick, and hurried right over. What's the note?
Well, I'm going down to the dock and look over the ship. You better stick around here.
Okay.
Well, say, Chief, you better take me with you. I'm a human bloodhound when it comes to getting gold.
All right, Mike. Oh, Gwen, you better file this away with the rest of them.
You better go get your hat on. Hurry up now.
Moloch, let Gordon in.
We've been waiting for you.
Everything is ready? Here's a working diagram of the Atlantis. This is where our ship rammed her.
That accident was a very brilliant inspiration, Gordon.
And the gold? Here, near the bow, where we can get to it when we are ready.
Where can I find the superintendent?
I'm the superintendent.
Oh, Mr. Stevens. My name is Dick Tracy.
Oh, yes. Mr. Vance told me you'd be here. What can I do for you?
Well, I'd like to have a little look around, if you don't mind.
Why, sure. Come along.
Thanks.
Junior, you know in some localities I'm known as Knot Tying McGurk. Really, I'm one of the finest rope tires that you've ever seen.
Have you found any damage?
Some. One plate seems to have been sprung a bit. I'll show you.
Could it have been done deliberately?
Well, it could. But I don't see what good that would have done anybody.
Where was she hit?
Just aft of amidships. Here's the plate that was sprung. Oh, there I go, spilling ink all over again. I guess I'll have to get a new pen.
Here, take mine.
Oh, thank you. Now, here's where she got rammed. And there's where the gold compartment is. Quite a distance apart, you see.
Have you fixed the plate yet?
The riveting crew will take charge of that when they get here. Want me to show you the ship before I go?
Before you go?
Yes, my foreman Clancy bosses the riveters. Come along. Thank you.
See?
Looks solid.
It is solid. There's nothing wrong with it. I've tried it in Indochina. And
What's the gag, Mike?
Oh, I was just showing Junior a little rope trick I had here. High class. Now, you take the two ends, see, and you put one on each wrist like this. Now, pull them tight. And I mean, that's it. Pull them good and tight.
Dick Tracy, the G-man, just came aboard. He's making a complete inspection of the ship. Better notify the lame one.
Calling location 7. Calling location 7. Calling location 7.
Location 7 answering. Stand by.
I'll take it. Go ahead.
Dick Tracy just came aboard. He's making a complete inspection of the boat.
I'm leaving at once for the dry dock.
Want me to cut it?
Oh, you don't think I can get out of it, huh? Me, what sailed the 11 seas. Well, I'll fix it this time.
Well, there isn't much I can tell you, Mr. Tracy, except that this is the vault where the gold was stored.
Well, I'd like to take a look inside.
Go as far as you like. Clancy will cooperate with you. Glad to have met you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Clancy, there's a G-man aboard.
G-man?
Yeah. I don't know what he wants, but do all you can to help him out, will you?
Yeah. Gee, I didn't know anybody was in there. You might have been smothered to death.
Yes, I might have. You know where I can find this fellow Clancy?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I see. You have the blueprints. Are you going to fix that damaged plate?
Yes, I was just starting to do it.
Well, do you mind if I tag along?
No, suit yourself. Burley, I've already marked the plate. Cut it according to this blueprint.
All right, boss.
So that's where the damaged plate is.
Sure. Where'd you think it was?
I was just wondering. Thanks.
Welcome. What's the matter with you, Muggs? You afraid of burning them rivets?
Could I see that blueprint for a minute?
I suppose you're going to try to tell me my business.
No, I'm just a curious sort of a guy. Remember, be ready when they remove that plate.
That's all you can do from in here. Take the equipment outside, start cutting from there.
What's that?
Blueprint showing where the damaged plate is. I thought it was more amidships.
How do they make those? With white ink?
Ink. There was an ink spot on Stevens' copy. I loaned him my pen. This isn't the right blueprint, Junior. You wait here for me.
Couldn't mind your own business, could you, Copper?
Oh, Junior? Are you sure?
I saw it. The man hit him.
We'll be right down, Junior.
What's the matter?
Dick's in trouble at the shipyards. Call headquarters and ask them to send help.
Maine 4100.
Chapter 3. Holmes' Masterstroke. The following night found Holmes and myself concealed in the shadows opposite the warehouse on Crane Street. The fog had risen from the Thames with even greater density than before, creating an otherworldly atmosphere in which shapes became phantoms and every sound carried an ominous quality. I could feel the reassuring weight of my revolver in my coat pocket as we waited in silence, watching the darkened building across the narrow street. Holmes had spent the entire day in preparation, sending telegrams to various contacts and consulting his extensive index of criminal activities in London. He had barely spoken during our cab ride to Limehouse, his face set in that expression of fierce concentration that indicated his mind was working through every possible contingency. As the church bells tolled midnight, we observed the arrival of several figures approaching the warehouse from different directions. They moved with the practiced caution of men engaged in illegal enterprise, constantly glancing over their shoulders and communicating in low whispers that barely reached our ears. "There," Holmes breathed, gripping my arm. "The tall man entering last, that is Moran himself, and unless I am very much mistaken, those others are foreign agents seeking to purchase the professor's invention for their own government's use." Through a grimy window, We could observe the interior of the warehouse by the light of a single lantern. The stolen calculating device sat upon a wooden crate in the center of the room, its brass fittings gleaming dully. Moran stood beside it, gesturing as he spoke to the assembled buyers, clearly in the midst of some negotiation. "Lestrade and his men are positioned at the rear entrance," Holmes whispered, gripping my arm. "On my signal, they will move in, but we must wait for the precise moment when evidence of the transaction is clear. Patience, Watson." We watched as money changed hands and documents were signed. My heart pounded in my chest as the minutes stretched on, each second feeling like an eternity. Then Holmes raised his hand and gave a sharp whistle, the prearranged signal. The effect was instantaneous and dramatic. Inspector Lestrade and a dozen constables burst through both the front and rear entrances simultaneously, their lanterns flooding the warehouse with light. Moran attempted to flee through a side door, but Holmes had anticipated this and was already moving to intercept him. I rushed forward with my revolver drawn as shouts and confusion filled the air. The confrontation was mercifully brief. Moran, finding himself cornered and outnumbered, had no choice but to surrender. The foreign agents were taken into custody, and the calculating device was recovered intact. Lestrade, beaming with satisfaction, personally placed the handcuffs on Moran's wrists, while the colonel fixed Holmes with a look of pure hatred. "You have not heard the last of me, Mr. Holmes," Moran snarled as he was led away. "On the contrary," Holmes replied coolly, "I believe we have heard quite enough from you for one lifetime. The courts will ensure you have many years to reflect upon your crimes in considerably less comfortable surroundings." 2 hours later, we sat once more in the familiar comfort of our Baker Street sitting room. Professor Hartley had been reunited with his invention and had departed with profuse expressions of gratitude. Holmes sat in his favorite chair, smoking his pipe with an air of quiet satisfaction. "But Holmes," I said, pouring myself a brandy to steady my nerves after the evening's excitement, "one thing still puzzles me. How did you know to search specifically in Limehouse? The cipher mentioned Crane Street, but surely there are several streets by that name in London." Holmes smiled, that slight upturn of his lips that indicated he had been waiting for precisely this question. "Observe the cipher again. The numbers were 4, 7, 12, 2, 9. When applied to Babbage's manuscript, it yielded the location. But I noticed something else. The final two numbers, when read as coordinates using the old dockyard system, pointed directly to that particular warehouse in Limehouse. Moran thought himself clever by using a double cipher, but in his arrogance he left a trail that any competent detective could follow. But how did Moran learn of the professor's work in the first place? Elementary, my dear Watson. The professor presented a paper on his theories at the Royal Society 3 months ago. Moran, ever alert for opportunities, recognized the potential value of such an invention to foreign powers and began watching the professor's movements. When Hartley visited the British Museum, Moran or one of his associates followed him and noted which manuscripts he consulted. The theft itself required inside knowledge of the professor's routines and household, which suggests Moran may have bribed a servant or tradesman who had access to the residence. I shook my head in amazement, Holmes. Your ability to see connections that others miss never ceases to astound me. He waved away the compliment with characteristic modesty. It is merely a matter of observation and logical deduction, Watson. Any man with sufficient training could do the same. The criminal mind, no matter how cunning, inevitably leaves traces of its passage. It is simply a question of knowing where to look and how to interpret what one sees. As I prepared to retire for the evening, I reflected upon the events of the past 2 days. Professor Hartley's calculating device was safe. Colonel Moran would face justice, and once again the forces of order had triumphed over those of chaos. Yet I knew that somewhere in the shadows of London, Other criminals were even now plotting their schemes, and it would not be long before another desperate soul rang the bell at 221B Baker Street, seeking the help of the world's only consulting detective.